Hello friends, welcome back. In this tutorial, we are going to specifically see two different types of functions. I'll just write down the names of the functions that we are going to see. First will be COUNTIF function and second will be SUMIF function. Now, in what context are we going to use these two functions? So specifically, what data do we have in this case study? We have the 19 employees. We have them working in different departments like marketing, IT, finance, and support, with males and females working in different departments with a different salary structure. We have different structure of annual salary as well for these people. So obviously, can we find out what are the number of people working in different departments? So total number of employees who are working in departments. Okay, so what are the departments that we have? We have marketing, then we have IT, we have finance, and finally we have support department. And we also need to find the total salary. Okay, so I'm just writing down total salary. Now, out of all the departments, what is the total number of employees who are working in only marketing? So we want that number over here, and we want the total salary of only the marketing people. And similarly, for each department, we are going to do the similar calculation. So when we are trying to find out what is the total number of people working in different departments, we are going to make use of COUNTIF function. And when we are finding out the respective total salary of people working only in marketing or only in IT department, we are going to make use of the SUMIF function. So can we start with finding out the total number of people in marketing department? We are going to make use of COUNTIF function. So if you try to see the COUNTIF function, there's a if function associated with it. So in the earlier tutorial only, we have seen the use of if function. So let's see how COUNTIF function can be used in this case. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to include equal to sign. Since we are starting a formula, it's very essential to include a equal to sign, and just type COUNTIF, as in when you start typing you can see this function. So now for this function you need to give the range and you need to give the criteria. So what can be the range for us? Range will be our departments. Since we are trying to find out how many people are working in respective departments, I'm just selecting this range. And criteria is I need to find out only the people who are working in marketing. So marketing in this case is my criteria. So you can include the term marketing in two ways. The first way is first include a comma, then you type down marketing in double inverted commas. Complete the double inverted commas and complete the bracket, and you can press enter. Since it is a percentage format, make it general. Okay, so there are 7 people who are working in marketing department. Let's try to count them. Are there really 7 people? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. Yes, so 7 people are there in marketing department. Okay, so this was our first approach wherein we typed marketing. Second approach is really very easy. I'll just delete this marketing and I'll just simply select the cell C32 since marketing word is present over here and we want to find out the number of people who work in marketing department. Specifically count only if they are working in marketing department and press enter. So you get the number as 7. Now let's try to calculate the salary of all the people who are working in marketing department. Before using the SUMIF function, can we do it manually? So how will we do it manually? The annual salary of marketing people, I'll take $30,000 plus who else is there in marketing, plus Aaron's salary, adding Aaron's salary, then Grace's salary, Alice's salary, and finally Tony's salary. This is the figure that we should actually get when we are using the SUMIF function. So let's try to use the SUMIF function. This is a SUMIF function. I'm double clicking on this. Now, in the first case wherein we use the COUNTIF function, there were only two criteria which are present. First was the range and then the criteria. Now, once we start using the SUMIF function, there is also something called as giving the sum range. So, our first two things will remain the same. So, our range again will be department, since we are finding out the total salary of people working only in marketing department. So range is department, my criteria will be marketing. Sum range will be, since we are finding the total salary, my sum range will be my annual salary. Okay, so I'm selecting the annual salary of 19 people. Select everything properly, complete the bracket and then enter. Okay, so now can you see the number is proper as per our counting. I just decrease the decimals. You can include a $sign here as well. So I'll just make use of $sign over here. I just format cells, go to currency and this. Okay, and just remove the extra decimals. So have you understood how the SUMIF function works? So this is how you can make use of SUMIF function. Now since we have done the calculations for marketing, can we just copy this and paste it for all other things, and let's see what happens. So I'm just copying this. I'm pasting this. The answer is 4. Let's press F2 and see what has happened. The range is D5 to D23. Okay, so the range has now shifted, which is long actually. C33 is although correct, but our range has shifted. Now, do you remember wherein in the earlier tutorials we have made use of absolute reference? So again, we need to make use of absolute reference in the marketing formula so that we can directly copy it and paste it for other departments as well. Okay, so let's delete this and make some changes over here. I'm pressing F2. What you need to do is keep your cursor over here and press F4 so that the $signs are included in before D and 4. Again come over here and press F4 and now press enter. Now let's try to copy this, paste it for IT, and now check if the range is proper. Can you see now the range is proper? Yes. Oh yes, the range is proper. 19 employees are properly taken with IT department as a criteria. So similarly, if we try to just copy this formula without the absolute reference, let's see what happens. Let's copy this and find out. The range again will be shifted if you see, but we want this first employee's information to be included also. So again over here I'll just go and press F4 everywhere, so that, sorry, for C33 we will not press F4. Okay, let's delete this and make use of F4 in the first formula only. Okay, C32 we do not include the F4 sign because we want the cells to shift down. So only in the range area where the range is given, the sum range and this range, we will include the $signs with the help of F4. Okay, I have not done anything to C32 cell and press enter. Now let's copy this, and can you see now IT department's total salary is calculated. Okay, the ranges are also proper. Okay, I'll just now copy this formula and paste it over here. So finance department people are calculated, support department people are calculated. There are 4 people in support. 1, 2, 3 and 4. Yes, correct. Let's copy this formula again. And now again the range and everything is properly calculated. So this is how you can make use of COUNTIF and SUMIF function.